Hey guys, and welcome back to Freakshow's Forgotten Films. I apologize for my appearance. My hair is not doing a thing. My makeup is coming off. It is hot as balls. Okay? I just did my makeup. It's already sweat off. Like, there's a sweat stash happening. Like, seriously, there's a heat wave going on. We're not even getting the worst of it over on my side of the country. But, like, check on your big girls. Because your big girls, we ain't doing so good in this heat. There's some sweat happening. We don't like the heat. I'm not going to say all of us, but 90% of us big girls are not big heat fans. So, anyway, y'all don't need to know that. But, like, yeah, it's a bit much. Which is why it's a good day to stay inside and watch a movie. So let's rattle the bones. Okay. Not even looking this time. I'm looking in the viewfinder. There we go. Alright, so what do we have here today? We are going to watch Dead Waters. I thought for sure someone just tried to get into my door that time. That was my dog. Good lord, don't get dogs. I love them to pieces, but good lord, they scare me sometimes. Okay, so let's find, anyway, let's find Dead Waters. I think this is a standalone, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we've dug it out. This is Dead Waters. Okay. Kind of looks not the greatest, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I've seen a lot of really shitty cover art on some really good movies, so let's read the back, see what it says. Tormented by haunting visions from her childhood, a disturbed young woman travels to a remote Crimean island to unlock the dark secrets of her past. When Elizabeth reaches the desolate shores, she's greeted by a strange and sinister order of nuns who have vowed to protect her secrets with their lives. But the past will not stay dead forever, and a savage hunter is soon awakened in Elizabeth. The horrific secrets of her past rush to the surface, and Elizabeth searches desperately for an escape. The evil forces that lurk in the shadows flood the convent's labyrinth of corridors and begin calling her name. So it's like a religious horror movie. It has nun vibes to it, but this is long before the Nun. It's 2000, so yeah, it is long before the Nun though. Okay, and it stars Louise Salter and Vanera Simmons. Okay, fair enough. And looking for the director here, and I don't see one. Oh, directed by Mariano Biano. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's in English. It might be. Sometimes evil lurks where you least expect it, so it might be. But judging by some of the things on the back, it looks like it might be a Spanish film. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and watch this, and I'll get back to you when it's over. Okay, so we're back. And this one was a mystery in itself. So before I watch a movie, I usually do the IMDb lookup, and get the little tidbits on it, and there was nothing. I could not find anything called Dead Waters on IMDb. And when reading the back of the case, I said that it was in 2000, but looking at the pictures, something seemed off about that for me. But I looked it up on Google. I actually Googled it, and I found out that it's actually called Dark Waters, and it was released in 1993, which makes a lot more sense. And that's where I found all the information. So now I'll get the IMDb and the tomato meters out of the way. IMDb gave it a 6. And the tomato meter, again, there was nothing. There was nothing there. But it did have an audience score of 54. Shaking the table. And I'm actually going to give it a 5 out of 10. This was kind of better than it had any right to be, honestly. The premise is pretty simple. Now, that could have used a little bit more fleshing out, a little bit more insight, but, like, It's not to the point where you don't understand what's going on. It's very slow, very atmospheric, very quiet. The the main character doesn't react to things the way you would think, like someone's dying in front of her and she's just like, oh. Like, okay. Just like mild shock. But besides that, this was actually really good. There were some great visuals in it of these nuns in their cloaks carrying these flaming crosses through like a cornfield. Like, it's not like stellar quality, but it was 1993 and it was a low budget movie in 1993, so they're doing fine. The last few scenes, like the final act, is cast in like this blue light that's beautiful with all these scratches over the main character's face. A nun on a crucifix with like half demonic face. That's pretty cool. A lot of really creepy religious imagery. The premise. This girl goes to this convent on an island where there's all these creepy people in this little village to find out where she came from, because apparently she lived there until she was 7 and her dad took her out of it, and her dad would never let her know what happened on this island in this convent. Her dad passes away and she goes to the convent to find out what's going on. Like, you know, it's not the most original story, but yeah. She gets there, she finds this nun, Sarah, who's always wearing a thing over her that looks like a potato sack with, I don't know, looks like something I could crochet, actually, but, finds out during the whole thing that this is actually her twin sister and that these girls are evil, and one is just slightly more evil than the other. And I don't want to really spoil it, because I honestly think you should see this. I really do. I think this needs more attention. This is very Argento, in a way. Like that quiet, creepy atmosphere of like Suspiria. Like, it's very quiet. Very, very spooky. Like, it is pretty creepy. If you're gonna watch this in like the dark by yourself, like, okay. There's some creepy and interesting people in the movie. A lot of the villagers are really interesting. Like, just they don't have any part. They're just extras, but they're really cool. And I really like having cool characters just for no reason. Like the bus ride to the island, or to the place where they get to the island. There's a man on the bus that just has these 2 spiders in his hands, and they're not like tarantulas. They're just house spiders, and they're real. And it was getting me a little bit, because I don't do the spiders. I'm a spooky bitch, but I like the spiders, but I don't do the spiders. Like, I like fake spiders, but real spiders, not so much. And these were 2 legit little house spiders, and one crawls up here, and he's just playing with these spiders like they're his friends. I'm like, you do you, boo-boo. Okay. There's also a feral man on the boat that takes her to the island that's just there like freaking Gollum eating raw fish. Why? We don't know. He's just there. There's a painter in a pit. He's more important to the story. And there's also an old lady on a beach doing creepy demonic cross stitch, and honestly, same. That's basically me. That's my goals in life, is to be the creepy lady sitting on the beach doing cross stitch of demons. I would do that. This turns out to be her grandmother, I do believe, by the way. Yeah. But, anyway, the visual effects, well, there's not really CGI. Everything seems to be practical, but, I mean, it's 1993, if most things are practical. But it's really well done, considering it seems to be a very low-budget movie. It's very well done. There's some creature effects. Yes, creature effects, because we do see the demon at the end of the movie. There's some body horror in there that almost bleeds Fulci a little bit. Like, this was better than it should have been, okay? I was impressed. I really was. When we finally see this character, Sarah, it's Elizabeth and Sarah. Elizabeth's our main character. Sarah is the nun with, like, the burlap thing over her that is kind of helping her along the way, and then you realize this is her sister, and she's actually evil too. And trying to get this demon to come back. The nuns aren't actually evil. They're just trying to stop her from bringing this demon back, but they do it by just outright murdering people because they're nuns. Sure. Sure. That's how we solve our problems. We're just gonna kill everybody. That seems to be the way it's done. When she takes her burlap sack off, she has all these, like, I thought it was burns at first, but it's almost like fleshy growths all over, and she is topless during the whole final act. She is topless. Then there's all these growths, and there's titties, but they're all gnarly, and like that again feels Argento to me. It reminds me of like Lady Suspiria or stuff like that. It's also very much Fulci with, you see the demon and he's like kind of growing as this fleshy abomination that looks like something out of like, I don't even know. All that's coming to my head is something that's based on Fulci. The Beyond. Let's try that. What was coming to my head was The Void. I don't know if everybody's seen The Void, the little triangle, The Void. Watch that. It is amazing. The Void is so good. But like, it looked like that, and then the demon's face has kind of got a cool effect to it. I really like this. I did not expect to. I was pleasantly surprised. It's not going to be for everyone. It is very slow, very quiet. And because I haven't slept a lot over the last few days, and it's hot as balls here, like, it is 30 degrees in my living room and hotter outside. So it's hot as balls here. For us. I mean, that's, like, nothing for people, like, in the States and stuff. But up here in the Canadias, it's a little colder here mostly, and it's not now. So, I was kind of drifting off, and I had to, like, rewind a few times because I was really interested in it, but I kept drifting off because it was so quiet and so, like, I don't know, atmospheric. It was very atmospheric. I really, really did enjoy this. If you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon for like $7, the copy that I have. I did find more of the Dead Waters version, but it's also called Dark Waters. And I'm sure you can find it somewhere to watch. And according to IMDb, it came out in 1993. So check it out if you can find it. If you like that kind of like creepy religious terror movie. I don't know how to explain it. It's hot. My brain's fried. Pretty much. Look at my hair. It's like, blah. Anyway, like, I'd watch this before I'd watch The Nun. Because I really didn't like The Nun, but I like this. So check it out. And I'm gonna go now and possibly take my, like, third cold shower of the day. I'm not even kidding.